There is a secret that most people overlook in their desperate search for love and marriage. They believe that love must be chaste, that attention must be demanded, and that effort must always be visible. But the truth is far deeper, far more powerful, and almost invisible to the eyes of the world. The real transformation does not happen in noise, it happens in silence. When you learn to operate from a place of inner certainty, without needing validation, without announcing your desires, something extraordinary begins to unfold. You stop seeking love, and you start becoming it. The moment you stop trying to convince someone to choose you, you step into a completely different energy. It is the energy of already being chosen. This is not arrogance. This is not ego. This is a deep, unshakable knowing within you that says, I am already worthy of the love I desire. And when this knowing becomes your natural state, people begin to feel it, not through your words, but through your presence. Silence becomes your language, and confidence becomes your message. Most people make the mistake of looking outward for signs. They wait for texts, for calls, for confirmation. But the real shift begins when you stop looking outside and start living inside the feeling of already being in the relationship you desire. In your quiet moments, you begin to feel what it would be like to be loved, respected, and chosen for marriage. You walk, speak, and carry yourself as someone who is already committed, already valued, already secure. And the world has no choice but to mirror that inner state. Silence, in this context, does not mean doing nothing. It means doing everything internally. It means aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your self-image with the reality you want to experience. While others are busy chasing, you are busy becoming. While others are trying to impress, you are simply embodying. And this embodiment is magnetic. It pulls people toward you without force, without effort, without struggle. There is a certain calmness that comes when you truly believe that what is meant for you cannot miss you. This calmness is powerful. It removes desperation. It removes fear. It removes the need to control outcomes. And in its place, it creates a natural attraction that is undeniable. When someone encounters you in this state, they feel something different. They feel peace. They feel certainty. They feel a connection that goes beyond words. The truth is, people are not just attracted to looks or status. They are deeply attracted to energy. And the most attractive energy is the one that does not need approval. When you are silent in your confidence, when you are grounded in your worth, you become rare. And rarity is what people value. You are no longer competing. You are no longer comparing. You are simply existing in your truth, and that truth is powerful enough to draw the right person into your life. You must understand this. The person meant for you is not looking for someone who is chasing them. They are looking for someone who is aligned with them. And alignment does not happen through effort, it happens through being. When you are in alignment with love, love finds you. When you are in alignment with commitment, commitment comes to you. And when you are in alignment with the feeling of marriage, the person who desires that same reality will naturally gravitate toward you. This is why silence is so important. Because in silence, there is no interference. There is no doubt, no fear, no external noise to distract you. It is in silence that you connect with your true self. It is in silence that you build your inner world. And your inner world is the blueprint for your outer reality. If you can see it, feel it, and believe it within, it must eventually take form outside. Stop announcing your desires to the world. Stop explaining your journey to people who do not understand your vision. Not everything needs to be spoken. Some things need to be protected. Your growth, your transformation, your belief, these are sacred. And when you protect them in silence, they gain strength. They become unshakable. They become real. There is a shift that happens when you move from wanting to knowing. Wanting creates lack. Knowing creates certainty. And certainty is what attracts commitment. When you know that you are the kind of person someone would choose for marriage, you stop questioning your value. You stop doubting your worth. You stop settling for less. And this alone changes everything. The person who will choose you is not looking for perfection. They are looking for authenticity. They are looking for someone who is whole within themselves. Someone who does not need to be completed, but who is already complete. And when you become this person, you naturally attract someone who sees your value and wants to build a life with you. Do not underestimate the power of your inner conversations. The way you speak to yourself in silence shapes your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not enough, that you are not chosen, that you are not loved, your reality will reflect that. But if you begin to tell yourself a different story, if you begin to affirm your worth, your value, your desirability, everything begins to change. You start to feel different. You start to carry yourself differently. And without even trying, you begin to attract different experiences. People respond to you differently. Opportunities appear. And most importantly, the right person begins to notice you. Not because you chased them, but because your energy aligned with theirs. There is no need to rush. There is no need to force anything. What is meant for you will come at the right time, in the right way. Your only job is to become the version of yourself that already has it. Live in that reality, feel it, believe it, and let it guide your actions. Silence is your strength. It is your foundation. It is your secret weapon. While others are busy trying to prove themselves, you are quietly becoming undeniable. And when the time comes, when the right person enters your life, they will not hesitate. They will not question. They will not doubt. They will choose you, not because you asked them to, not because you convinced them to, but because your presence, your energy, your silent confidence made it clear you are the one worth choosing for a lifetime. Silence is not weakness. It is a form of quiet strength that most people never learn to master. When you stop announcing your moves and seeking attention, you begin to build something deeper within yourself. This inner power does not need validation because it already knows its value. While others are busy explaining themselves, you are evolving without distraction. Your growth becomes pure because it is not influenced by opinions. There is a certain dignity in moving quietly, in letting your actions speak instead of your words. People may not understand you at first, but they will feel your presence. And presence is louder than noise. It creates curiosity, respect, and attraction without effort. When you become comfortable in your silence, you stop reacting to everything around you. You begin to respond from a place of control and awareness. This is where real power is born, not in loud declarations, but in silent transformation. And once that transformation is complete, the world cannot ignore you, even if you never say a word. There comes a moment when you realize that chasing never truly brings fulfillment. The more you run after something, the more it seems to move away. This is because chasing comes from a place of lack, from a belief that you do not already have what you desire. But when you shift your focus inward and begin to embody the qualities you seek, everything changes. You no longer look for love, you become love. You no longer seek attention. You become someone worth noticing. This shift is subtle, yet incredibly powerful. It changes the way you walk, the way you speak, and the way you carry yourself. People begin to feel your presence differently. You are no longer trying to impress anyone. You are simply being who you are meant to be. And that authenticity draws the right people toward you. It removes pressure and replaces it with ease. It transforms effort into flow. When you embody what you desire, you stop forcing outcomes. Instead, you allow them to come naturally, as a reflection of who you have become. There is something deeply attractive about a person who is certain within themselves. Not loud confidence, but quiet certainty. It is the kind of energy that does not seek approval because it already feels complete. This energy cannot be faked because it comes from within. It is built through self-respect, self-awareness, and inner alignment. When you carry this certainty, people feel safe around you. They trust your presence because it is stable and grounded. You are no longer trying to prove your worth, and that makes you even more valuable. Effort can sometimes feel forced, but energy is always felt. It communicates without words and influences without control. When your inner state is calm and assured, it naturally attracts someone who desires the same stability. Commitment is not forced through actions. It is inspired through energy. And when your energy reflects certainty, the right person will not hesitate to step forward and choose you. Living as if something is already yours is not about pretending. It is about aligning your emotions with your desired reality. When you feel loved within yourself, you stop depending on others to fill that space. You begin to radiate a sense of completeness that is rare and powerful. This feeling changes your entire perspective. You no longer act from fear or insecurity. You act from confidence and peace. Your actions become natural because they are not driven by desperation. Instead of wondering if someone will choose you, you move through life knowing that you are already worthy of being chosen. This belief influences your behavior in subtle ways. You become more relaxed, more present, and more authentic. People are drawn to this energy because it feels genuine. It creates a connection that is not based on need, but on alignment. And when you consistently live in this state, your outer world begins to reflect your inner belief. The love you feel within becomes the love you experience outside. Not everything in your life needs to be shared or explained. Some of the most powerful transformations happen in silence, away from the opinions and judgments of others. When you protect your vision, you allow it to grow without interference. Too many voices can create doubt, and doubt can weaken your belief. But when you keep your focus inward, your belief becomes stronger. You begin to trust yourself more. You rely less on external validation and more on your inner guidance. This creates a sense of independence that is incredibly attractive. It shows that you are grounded in who you are and what you want. Protecting your vision does not mean isolating yourself. It means being selective about what you share. It means understanding that not everyone is meant to understand your journey, and that is okay. Your path is unique to you. When you honor that, you give your dreams the space they need to become reality. And when they do, they will speak for themselves. Self-worth is not something you ask for, it is something you embody. When you truly recognize your value, you stop accepting anything that does not match it. This shift changes the way people treat you. You set boundaries without fear because you know what you deserve. You no longer tolerate behavior that undermines your worth. This creates a standard that others must meet if they want to be part of your life. And the right person will not be intimidated by this. They will be attracted to it. They will see your value and respect it. True confidence does not come from comparison, it comes from self-acceptance. When you accept yourself fully, you stop trying to be someone else. You become authentic. And authenticity is magnetic. It draws people who appreciate you for who you truly are. This kind of connection is deeper and more meaningful. It is not based on surface-level attraction, but on genuine appreciation. And that is the kind of connection that leads to lasting commitment. Everything in life operates on alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are in harmony, your reality begins to reflect that. You do not need to force anything because everything flows naturally. The right people, the right opportunities, and the right experiences come into your life at the right time. This is not coincidence, it is alignment. When you become the kind of person who is ready for a deep and meaningful relationship, you attract someone who is also ready. There is no confusion, no mixed signals, no uncertainty. Everything feels clear and natural. This is how you know it is right. Alignment removes the need for struggle. It replaces it with ease and clarity. You no longer question if something is meant for you because it feels right in every way. When you trust this process, you allow life to unfold without resistance. And in that flow, you find the connection that you have been seeking all along.